What's up, man? It's the Voice Washington, the Voice TV. Ha, we back, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I've been gone for a while, but I'm back. I'm back better than ever. Top of the year, 2020, and I'm here with my man Roy Boy. My first interview. What's good, my guy?
What's good, boys?
Ain't nothing,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
Oh man, it's a pleasure, bro. It's a pleasure. Basically wanted to get into some things. You know, DJing was always something that I always wanted to do as a kid. You know what I mean? Just to remind you. I just want to get into a little bit of things about how you got into DJing, like some people who inspired you to get into DJing. Can you inform us, the people?
Yeah, well, you know, some of the inspirations in my life was like my father.
Yeah.
He was a DJ. You know, shout out to him, Roy Senior. My uncle Jermaine, DJ him. He was also a DJ. You know, so those was like my top two influences in my life that really, you know, helped me to get into DJing.
Right.
Just watching them do what they do. Like, I didn't really see my father too much because he was older than my uncle.
Right.
But I always
heard stories.
I heard stories all the time about my dad,
Right.
my uncles, you know, Kenny, Al D, like how they used to play music in the park. And, you know, Farragher projects.
Jams. Like
they used to play jams.
We talk about speakers and stuff like that, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back, right? You know, original stuff. A lot of the kids, y'all probably never experienced jam. You know, when DJs bring out big dookie speakers and stuff like that. They actually used to make these speakers too. A lot of guys, a lot of DJs too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. So my dad, he was a little older. He was like from like the 70s.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But my uncle, DJ Henry, he was a little bit more like a 90s type of guy. So, you know, I would see him have equipment in the crib, you know, see him do the way he do. And, you know, I just gained a liking for music from that.
Right.
And from there, I just wanted to be.
And how old were you when you like literally like started getting like equipment and things like that?
I want to say probably about 15 years old.
15.
When I had like my first like mixer.
Right.
You know, that one of my friends had in the house, and I just was already kind of musically savvy on the technicalities, like how to hook up, how to do the wiring and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was like my first piece of.
So your first piece of equipment that you ever had as a DJ, well, you didn't even know you were a DJ at that time. Right. Was a mixer.
It was just a mixer. The thing that goes in between the two 1200s, if you know what the 1200s are, what the records are, the thing that goes in between with the crossfader, with the channels. You know, that was my first piece of equipment. Believe it or not, boys, I hooked that mixer up to two Discmans. If you remember, like, Discman is like a Walkman that plays CDs.
Yeah, well, we from that era, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they don't have that now. So
we're not talking about the streaming world. We're talking about, you know, we're going back a little bit, not too far, but a little bit.
I was doing two Discmans hooked to the mixer, and that was my first set.
Wow.
With one speaker, thanks to my pops. You know what I'm saying? One of the old speakers he had laying around the crib. So.
Right. And I always wanted, you know, like me, as coming from like I like to go to parties and like I cut the rug up, I dance, you know what I mean?
Right.
How does it feel when you DJ in a party and you look out into the crowd and it's like bananas. It's like just moving. How does that make you feel as a DJ?
That's an adrenaline rush.
Wow.
It's an adrenaline rush, and it feels like, you know what I'm saying, I'm making the people feel good, like I'm raising their spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People be at a bar, they call it spirits because you drink and they raise your spirit, but music is also a spiritual thing too. Like, that shit could put you in a different type of zone. Your day could be messed up. You know what I'm saying? And the music will boost it. So it's just an adrenaline rush for me. Whenever I get goosebumps, it's like, all right, you're doing the right thing.
And how old were you when you started doing parties?
Like real parties, I'm gonna say probably about 17, 18. Because I remember I was in the club a few times, 21 and over clubs, and I wasn't even able to like get in. I like legally, I wasn't supposed to be in those clubs, but I was still the DJ playing music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, about 17, 18 years old, I was in clubs.
So you basically started. Did you like start in like house parties, or did you go straight to the club scene?
Nah, definitely house parties. My first gig was a house party.
Shout out to the house parties, man.
Yeah.
A lot of house parties. House parties before the club, you had the experience the house party, you know,
Facts.
like getting out the house. You had to go to the house party first, then experience the house party, then the club.
That's a fact.
So you're saying that you started with house parties and eventually, you know, leveled up to clubs.
And then eventually progressed to clubs, but it definitely started off with house parties.
House parties.
You know, feeling comfortable with people like that I'd be around, or people from the neighborhood giving me the approval, like
Right.
yo,
Yeah, you thumbs up like you can actually do this.
yeah, you could, like
Right,
you could
right.
do this, like yo, that was hot, like you know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to the people, man.
Yeah,
shout
shout
out to the people.
Farragut, man, where I'm
Facts.
from, man.
Facts.
You
Shout
know what
out
I'm
to the
saying?
gut. You know
And
that.
then baby showers too. Baby showers always played a part into it too. Like I do house party, and then a lot of people hit me up for a baby shower. Like, bro, can you just play a little music? And then people start dancing. Like,
You started out not even charging at this time. You basically just doing this off the love.
nah, I ain't gonna lie. The house parties, I wasn't charging, like, cause that was just me and my people's doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as the baby showers, like people was already coming to me with offers, like, I got a little something for you. You know, I'll do that.
And at that time, when you saying that you were in like house parties, what sort of equipment did you have? I mean, were you working with that mixer or did
Yeah,
you
mixer,
have
the same
big speakers?
setup. It was the same setup, like I usually would use that. Another crazy setup that I had, believe it or not, I used to do one Discman, and I used to do an Xbox on the other side.
Wow.
An Xbox.
How the hell do you do that? I mean,
I memorized like the first Xbox, like it was certain amount of beeps.
Right.
Like to get to a certain part of the menu. So you know, you hear the sound come on the Xbox, boop,
Yeah.
and I would memorize 2 beeps down, boop, boop, that's the music, boom. 2 beeps over, boop, boop, that's the dispatch, bomb. And then from there, you just press and play, going through the music, next, nah, not this one, next, nah, not this one, next.
Right.
And I would be in the party. I've done parties.
Yeah.
I did my brother christening, I believe, when he had his first ski, his son,
Yeah.
my nephew Marquise.
Right.
I was in there with an Xbox like this.
Wow.
No screen.
So you
Working my
DJ,
dead father.
so you DJ'd your nephews,
Christening. Right. In the
With-
community center,
Wow.
with one Discman on the side,
Wow.
a mixer, an
That's
Xbox,
amazing.
and a house amp.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's a fact.
That's amazing.
Definitely. You can ask anybody in Farragut that was partying around those times.
Also, you rap.
Right. Yeah.
You rap.
Yeah.
I recently,
I'm a lyricist.
I recently attended a show at Black Dawn
Right.
that you headlined at Black Dawn. How did you get into how did you transform from DJing and getting into rap? How did that?
Well,
was it
music-
love, rapping, or how did it go?
Yeah, music is like all that stuff is like tied into one. So
Right.
that really started as like me and my homeboys, you know, just playing around. I would say like my boy Young Gutter, shout out to him.
Right, facts.
He like we used to play around with songs, like how 50 Cent used to remix songs,
Yeah.
like we would just make our own version to it, like playing around, and we just start coming up with like bars.
Wow.
And next thing you know, it's like, yo, bro, let's do a song to this beat, like you know, a beat that's out already.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Basically, like going over like a 50 Cent hot song or
Yeah.
somebody latest that was out.
Right. It's me and him, and then me and Tony Young, you know, and then from
And-
there it's just.
How was the performance? I mean, I was there. I was in attendance.
The
I was
performance
there.
was
It
good.
It was
Performance
nice.
was good, man.
I liked a lot of the guys. I like Jay Holla. I like the young boy Dyrese.
Yeah, NWD Reach, shout out to him. Facts.
A lot of artists. I mean, it was super dope. So how do you manage being a DJ and also a rapper now? How do you muster all of that in? Are you getting pulled over here to be an MC, or are you being pulled over more to be a DJ, or you just bringing it all in? Just elaborate with the people. How do you bring that all into one?
Well, mainly how I move with that is like the seasons is like calling. They call for different avenues.
Right.
You understand? So like right now, they kind of leaning towards the MC thing.
Right.
Because the DJ is just on demand all year round.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That never stops. They
Right.
always calling me, yo, Roy, bro, I need you to do this, I
Right.
need you to do that. I need you
I've
to
been
do
to a
this.
few of your parties, man. I'm telling you, when I wake up the next morning, my feet is hurting.
Yeah,
So you know what that
yeah.
means. You had me up, like, so
Facts, I
you know what I
appreciate
mean. I already know how you get
So,
down on
I just try to balance both of those, like me spitting and making songs is,
Yeah.
you know, something that I like to do. I like to stay relevant amongst the people. That's something
Right.
that I like to do to separate me from other DJs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Other DJs just playing music.
Right.
I can entertain too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like to mess the people head up with that. Come like, yo, what's your artist name? Nah, I'm not changing it up. My artist name is DJ Roy Boy. That's me.
Right.
Like,
That's
you know what I'm
you.
saying? And they like, what, DJ? Yeah, I do
DJ.
that too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, obviously, Khaled has opened up that lane. Shout out to DJ Khaled,
Mhm.
DJ
Mustard.
K-Slade,
Uh-huh.
Mustard.
Mhm.
So a lot of those guys open up that lane to whereas a DJ can do that too. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I also, you got a lot going on, bro. Just to let you know, you got a lot going on.
I try to keep every avenue hot.
I mean, you got a lot.